If you're someone who lives in the county, but you don't live in a city like South Bend or Mishawaka, then it's actually your township government that's providing your fire and EMS protection and services. And right now, there are major changes brewing that could directly affect your safety and those response times. Now, to understand what's coming, you first need to know that township fire services are already under tremendous pressure. They're dealing with several problems all at once. Now there's a new problem that's affecting many townships here in St. Joseph County, and it revolves around ambulance service. Now, the reality of ambulance service is most township fire departments cannot provide ambulance transport, especially advanced life support. It's incredibly complex, it's very expensive, and it requires a lot of specialized staffing. So right now, there's only a few agencies in the entire county that can provide their own ALS ambulance services directly. Now, for everyone else, the county has actually been contracting with the city of South Bend, paying them to handle those ambulance calls into those areas. Now, South Bend ambulances might be far away from many of those township residents, but at least it means somebody's going to show up. But that's exactly what's about to change. But because of their own budget constraints, the county has announced it will no longer be contracting with the city of South Bend for those ambulance services. That means those township governments now have to figure out how or even if they're going to be able to provide ambulance service to their residents starting January 1st of next year. So in a nutshell, many township fire departments were already struggling to meet the level of service that residents have come to expect. And now with operating costs rising, revenues decreasing, and the county stepping away from providing ambulance services, these townships are going to be forced to consider major changes. You're likely going to see new partnerships, reorganizations, and proposals as townships scramble to find solutions. And unfortunately, Indiana law does not make this easy. If two or more townships want to form a new fire territory, which is often the best way to combine resources, they have to go through a long list of legal requirements. They have to decide what operations will look like, how the oversight is going to work, who manages payroll, staffing levels, equipment needs, policies, procedures, you name it. They also have to complete a financial analysis, hold multiple public meetings, and then each participating unit has to hold its own public vote. Now here's the kicker. All of this has to happen between January and March for a new fire territory to take effect the following January. That's just a 3-month window to plan an entire public safety system, complete all the steps that are necessary, inform residents, gather input, and get all the elected officials involved to reach agreement. So it goes without saying that this is a huge lift for many townships in St. Joseph County. It's no longer theoretical. This is the reality they're now facing. For my part, Portage Township, Warren Township, we created the St. Joe County Fire Territory with the understanding that big challenges would be coming, challenges that were going to push all of us towards greater consolidation. So we're staying flexible, we're staying proactive, and we're reminding our neighboring townships that our door is always open. Whenever they're ready to talk about the future, we're ready to work with them because we're all one community of neighbors and we're all in this together.